So we've given Ariel the ability to escape now. As you can see, we pulled the one Dark Knight that needed to move out of her way forward. And then now she is able to physically escape this upper area. Whereas previously she would be surrounded because this Dark Knight doesn't move. And so her only options is to try to move around the Dark Knights to the right side. Our right side, that is. And she would get trapped, surrounded, and ultimately killed. So... you can see the underlings are at my level 19, but Oz is at 21, which makes it very difficult. Because he's strong, he's very strong, and these guys are not weak on their own. And the fact that you're sort of trying to gang up on some of these guys with the realization that you're fighting A, a literal uphill battle, and B, some of the guys up top are some variation of a mage, so they'll rain spells down on you, or in the case of healers, they'll heal some of the direct damage dealers, and then they evade that. That's the other thing, is I'm not doing a ton of damage, but I need them to do the damage so it adds up. It's really... might be the kind of mission that you come back to later when you're a little stronger, when the level cap is, say, 21 or 22, instead of trying to do this at 19. Could also probably build a team of characters that are thunder based. What are these guys? These guys are water. Or are they ice? No, that's ice. That's water. Okay. So you'd want to build a team of fire and electricity characters. So Ravenous. Sorry. Ethereal would be a good one. She's thunder based. Unfortunately, Canopus is not the right one. A good chunk of my characters are running some variation of weaker, weakness to ice or water. Luckily, I don't think I have any fire ones in here. I think they left all the fire characters out. But yeah, I'm not operating on the right side of the weakness scale, unfortunately. And the raining of the arrows and shit down is just so devastating. I know it's a counterattack, so counterattacks aren't supposed to have as much damage, but like, they're just devastating me with attacks right now. But now that she's gotten down here, she's more or less safe. She could still get picked off by a sniper, arrow bow user, I mean. But at this point I can heal her, and she can stay more or less safe, I'd say. We'll know whether the battle's lost long before she dies, is what I'm trying to say. Either I'll have so many of my colleagues piled up in piles of dead bodies that we'll have to quit this, otherwise they'll actually be dead for real. Or we'll manage to succeed somehow. Or I'll cheat. Those are all options. You can always cheat. Look at that. Just... You know, she's operating on the wrong side of the wheel, but... Holy cow. Like, oh, hey, you want to do 12 damage with a finisher? There you go. That actually was more damage than I thought it was going to be. Must have critted there or something. I don't know. So she's fire. Attacking ice, which gives her the advantage. Yet it's like 64 damage. Oh, great. 36 damage. Oh boy, that 35 damage, that was sure worth that spell cost. There comes Oz. I'm gonna try to tremendous shot him. I don't know if this will work or not. 1 damage. I love it. 2 damage. 86, 72. That is a ridiculous low amount of damage. I have the advantage over water characters here. I'm still doing pitiful amounts of damage. Like, why? They must have some sort of buff on them that I'm not aware of. As you can see, they're glowing red. So I'm wondering if maybe they have some sort of buff on them that I'm not aware of, that I'm not taking into consideration. Or maybe that's just what the Dark Knights do. They just naturally have this defense up, resistance up type buff on them at all times. Or maybe I'm just full of shit because I can see my characters are flashing blue, so that's probably more accurate to say which team they're on. 19 damage versus a counterattack of hundreds of damage. Multiple hundreds of damage. What do you have? You have a Baldur's Helm. I have the Baldur's shit on. Okay. This is, of course, something different. I can't get that. At least not right now. So what? Your defense and resistance and attack is just off the chart here. 42, 46 with 377 damage reduction. 305 on the magic side. And of course, he's dark type, so the only thing good against dark is light magic. You're not going to run into, at this point in the game, you're not going to run into a person who has, well, I guess you could. I guess I could have made one of my mages into a light spell caster. I didn't really think about it until now. But who knows how well that would even do. I love it. 27 damage. Great. 1 damage. Great. Great, great, great. Why do we even try, you know? Maybe I put an axe in your brain. 22 damage. That's not enough damage. You're doing 200 damage with each hit, and I'm doing 22 damage. I don't know what to say. You know? I mean, obviously, you know, Denim uses his debuff thing, that would be super great, but like, what, are you gonna run an entire team of Dark Knights, or I mean Terror Knights to basically negate defenses? About the only way I could see that happening. Bye-bye. Provided you don't block this. Breached. Dead. Already got 2 dead characters as it is. That's 3. That's 300 damage. Now that he's moved into my area, I basically have to try to overpower him. Just sort of like, let's see if I can put all of the pieces together right here, right now, and take him out. Like right here, I could hit them both, but they may parry me. Even though they shouldn't have both parry and counter on them. About the best damage I've done today. So they give you Paladin, just white knight, whatever you want to call him, as a counter to the Dark Knight Lois Lorien. So they seem to do decent damage, I guess. 143 is not bad. That's great. That's actually very great. I'm not exactly sure what happened here now that I'm starting to like, it's now starting to show me I'm going to do hundreds of damage instead of tens of damage. That'll be the last of her attacks. You're gonna die here next turn. Alright, they're going to bring you up here. And they're going to give you a spanking. Okay? That's a big damage. You see that big a damage? Because he's got the fear on him. We're gonna use the Sanguana Assault. We're gonna go smoosh. 600 damage. Weird how when you completely negate someone's defense, how much damage you can just suddenly do. Quick, we must finish him with our axes. Ice prison. Ice blast. I'm not sure if fear's gonna work against the boss, unfortunately. Give it a try, though. Oh, I breached him, sweet. That's the part I don't like. Do a little damage to him, next thing you know it, they're either avalanching your characters or they're healing their allies. That's where you need to drop the hammer on his ass. Fortunately, he turned this way, so I can't get past here. Acid Rain does 7 damage. Oh boy, don't I feel special. $135 is not bad damage. That's kind of like the level of damage I was hoping the characters would be doing normally. Wolf. Wolf. Fair enough. Fair enough. Done 300 damage in 2 turns.
Saria, my dear sister!
A sister? I'll be sure you're close at hand to watch your sibling draw her last breath.
Why have you come back, Sistina? Leave this place while you can. You walked away from the Liberation Front. This is not your battle. I've come to save you, you ungrateful fool! I cannot bear to lose my sister, and the Front cannot bear to lose its leader.
Senseless blather. The Liberation Front is dead. We hacked its body to bits with our swords. Only the head, such as it is, remains.
Front or no, while we draw breath, our deeds can yet change Valeria.
That is true, however little or much we can. Also, that was a dead character coming back to life. Just so they could say the line. I mean, the real question you have to ask yourself is, why did he have the ball Bart? I need you to kill Mr. Dark Knight Man, so we can move on to a different level that doesn't involve multiple Dark Knights raining 300 damage terror from the sky, or healing our character for 171 damage. This is dong ridiculous. Please, yes. Alright, should be able to do big damage now. 148 is not big damage and you blocked it, you asshole. Wanna see a magic trick? Boom. Dead. This is more or less a lost cause at this point. So we're gonna rewind here a little bit, see if I can't do this in a different capacity. I may have to rewind again. $262 is not enough damage. And I missed. Wow. Anyone want to see me super cheat? That's about what's about to happen here in a second. I'm gonna do a cheat that's gonna be so fucking obnoxious. It's gonna be the difference between me winning and losing this. Go back all the way to here. Then we're gonna go back 1 or 2 steps more, so I can add just a little bit more damage on top of what we're gonna do with the Berserker. That is the plan. Gonna do some damage. Gonna be great. Start with this though. 4 damage, that's not enough damage. 1 damage is not enough damage. The Berserk. And Sanguine Assault. This is gonna hurt. Luckily no one's in the way. Hooray! Die. Ugh. Good damage, not great damage. 300, that'd be great damage. 222, pretty good damage. I also died. That guy. Please stop killing us, all of us. It makes me sad. Clean, clean, clean. Do it. Do it. I missed. What kind of BS is that? Like, oh man, I'm fighting the really difficult Final Fantasy boss. I'm sure glad my strongest hitter, who is carrying my team for the most part, hero-wise, is actually just a nothing. He's a class. He's no more useful to me than a class paperweight. Just say to me, Chris, well, paperweight's important. Keep paper down so the wind doesn't blow him away. Doesn't have to worry about that here. Not enough crosswinds in my house to knock over my shit. I need him dead. Please kill him, please. I'm getting tired of this. Plus, my guys are starting to run out of turns before they actually pass away. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Boom. Please die. 200 damage is nothing to sneeze about either.
It's a dark day sees the likes of you get the better of me.
Got a little more than 177 damage, 197 health there, buddy. Hooray, we did all the important things. Now we're gonna get yelled at by Syria. Why did you come back? Didn't you know you're risking your life? Everyone is sad, including me.
My friends may be lost, but my battle is not over. Denim, your father, Abuna Pransit. He lives. We held him safe in our care until a short while ago.
What? How? Where is he?
The Dark Knights left with him just before you arrived.
Why would they bestir themselves over
Great
one
question.
man?
The Dark Knights care nothing for who
That is
rules
true.
the Isles. Denim, it is your father, Pransit Pavel, whom they seek.
What could they possibly
Great
want
question.
with him?
I know little more than you, but I can offer one piece of the
I can tell you what it is if you'd like
They
to
seek
know.
someone or something called Mana Flora. Whatever it may be, they are bent on finding it, and there is but one man who knows where it is.
My father.
Your father holds the key to this war.
What? So, Goliath was all just to capture my father?
You had best leave. There's no knowing when they might return.
And what will you do, sister?
I mean to help Abuna Pransit.
Alone?
Pretty crazy, huh?
Foolishness. What can you hope to accomplish? She'll not listen to me. Perhaps you can dissuade her from this madness.
Madness is a bit... well, yes. What if you were to come with us?
I'm sorry, but I will not serve under a duke who sanctions the slaughter of innocents. Besides, I have my own duties as head of the Liberation Front. I owe it to our fallen to carry on.
Oh, sister.
Look after Sistina for me.
Hooray.
Father lives. I must tell
Yeah,
Koshwa.
this is unfortunately gonna go very well. She's still pissed at you. Alright, I guess I'll go through this, and when we come back, we will be dealing with something. Well, we'll be moving the next battle essentially. So, till then, I hope you guys all have a good one.